Hello everyone and welcome to another YachtWay Spotlight, where I come to you all the way from Monaco. That's right, we have flown out all the way here to the south of France, to the Côte d'Azur, to bring you probably one of the most unique and one of the coolest boats that we have seen. Well, now what happens if you have been looking for an 85-footer for years? Well, if you're like the owner of this boat, or this brand may I say, you build your own because you can't find one. But if you don't want to build your own, starting from scratch and designing everything, then you will end up buying this St. Barth 85 Fly. Come with us and let's take a look. Unbelievable. Oh my God. You have above in front of you for your legs. I have not seen this. This is very cool. We're starting a walkthrough all the way from the aft deck, and there's so many unique tricks that this boat has that we have not seen on any other boat before. And I'm not saying this lightly, and because we have been on so many of them. Now, let's start all the way from the back. Swim platform, something basic. You would obviously imagine that this would go all the way down and all the way up. It's great, but no, this one extends out. So for all of you who have been looking for a boat that can be stretched quite literally a couple of feet just to be larger than your friend, then this boat is perfect for just that. So first off, it pushes all the way out, and now you can push it all the way down, and this becomes your private beach, quite literally. And not just do you have a large platform that submerges into the water, but you also have steps. So it's super easy to walk back out and come back to the boat whenever you're done swimming. Once you are done swimming, first off, you have this nice Elka rain shower right on your starboard side, so you can nicely rinse yourself off. You're both hot, cold water. Cleats on both sides. Not your regular cleats. You would imagine that this boat also needs winches. Well, good news. This boat has winches built in. Voila, you see this? Winches built into the cleats. That is cool, something we have not seen before on this type of boat. As we step to the aft deck now, you have 2 lounge seats. Obviously, if you want, you can also put maybe some freestanding furniture. Maybe you want to put a yoga mat over here, do some yoga. You can most certainly do that. Or maybe you want to use this area to do some proper barbecuing, because you have the first one. That's right, first one. There are two barbecue areas on this boat. First one on the starboard side, Kenyan barbecue, so you can make your proper vegetables or burgers or whatever you may like. Plus, you have pop-up lights, one on either side, and there's, I think, another 4 just in the bow. So really, lighting is something that you will not run out of on this boat. A lot of thoughtful features, absolutely everywhere. First off, obviously, this hull is full aluminum. Dutch built, and as you know, Dutch are big into aluminum, so this very much follows that theme. You also have a hose that you can pull out, so if you need to rinse anything down, easy access to that. Also, this whole thing opens up. You have a tender inside, so that's right. You also have a tender garage on this boat, and right below that is an engine room, which we will come back to. Now, if you would wonder, where else can I store my toys? Because maybe you don't want to go into the engine room to pick up your toys. Well, good news is you also have storage for your sea bobs, just like this. This lifts all the way up, and you have 2 sea bobs stored on your starboard side. Carrying it on, I do want to point out that you have this large hardtop extending almost towards the end of the aft deck lounge. Right above that is where you have your Garmin 360 camera, so you can easily see as you're docking. By the way, this boat is made for owner-operator. The owner of this boat and the owner of the brand, I don't think I have seen another owner who is as hands-on with the boat that he is. I mean, he did absolutely everything. We were coming here, he was cleaning the boat, he was assembling the one that was in the factory. I mean, he's doing absolutely everything. So he wanted to make sure that it's easy to operate. That is why you have a 360 cameras, Garmin ones, all the way around the boat, plus a security camera on the aft as well, facing towards it. So once somebody comes on board, it automatically starts recording, plus also send a notification to the owner. You have large, nice teak-like beams all across, giving you this very nice homey feeling. Spotlights integrated right into it. By the way, if you have not subscribed to YachtWay Spotlight, you should absolutely do that, because we travel all around the world to bring you some of the coolest boats like these. Hello everyone and welcome to another YachtWay Spotlight. Once you take the steps up now, you're ending up on the walkway leading towards the bow, but I do want to point out that you also have a main deck aft lounge area, which we'll come back to, but for that, you have these nice gates that you can close up, that you can use to enter. But heading towards the bow now, very wide walkway, also there are no steps, so it's all flush walking area. Once you get to the lounge area bow now, you have a large C-shaped seating with coffee tables, and I mentioned the pop-up lights now. These are now, you have two facing towards the aft, and you have also two facing all the way forward. If you want to put maybe bimini over here, you can definitely put carbon poles here, give even more shade for yourself. But the elephant in the room is this jacuzzi here. And the owner was adamant about having a jacuzzi. And you would be wondering, why would they want to have a jacuzzi on an 85-footer? Well, number one, because they own a wellness center, and wellness is extremely important for them. And what's also cool about this jacuzzi is because they have been running wellness centers for so many years, they know exactly how to do them perfectly. We'll put some photos over here what it looks like in their wellness center. But this one fills up literally in just minutes, and you can drain the whole thing within minutes as well. And if you want to fill it up and you're like, well, it's going to take forever to heat up, well, it doesn't, because the way they store the water, it's always heated. And also this water lays on the way in the boat that it acts also as a stabilizer while you're on the go. Obviously not here, but kept in the holding tank. Talking about this lounge area, you also have LED lights all around the seating area here, so it gives you a nice glow as you're enjoying maybe the views of Côte d'Azur, or maybe you want to take this boat to St. Barth and match it with its name. Large window, obviously, from the helm station now, 2 helm stations, which we'll go check out shortly, but you also have this nice overhang. So when you are inside now, the sun is not gleaming into your eyes, so it's very thoughtful. We were driving here during the middle of the day, super bright, and the visibility out was absolutely fantastic. Large windshield wipers on both sides, and of course, if you want to grab a cold one while you're lounging here, you do not want to go all the way aft. For that, you have a fridge right here.
It's really cool, huh?
Now, also what I do want to point out is underneath these cushions is where you have ample amount of storage. So whatever you may want to store away, you can easily do that. And they're very plush seats, by the way. Nice backrest, they're nicely angled, so you can come here, you can really stay here for hours if you want. I mean, who am I to say that this is the wrong place to be? Because, I mean, just look at the views. Unbelievable. If you maybe want to lay down, you also have a sunbed here. So let's check out how big is this sunbed. I'm 6'1", 186 centimeters long, this sunbed, and plenty wide. So if you want to cuddle with 2 people, you can do that. By the way, if you're wondering, well, what else is maybe around here in this boat, you can go to yachtway.com and you can explore this boat in full 3D, like it's 2025. That's right, in full 3D. So if you want to see 360 around yourself, you can do that only on YachtWay. Stepping to the main deck aft lounge area now, and a unique place. Number one, like I mentioned, you have gates, so you can easily close this place up. Large overhang, so you can make sure that you have plenty amount of shade here. Speakers integrated into the ceiling. Also, speakers or the subwoofer integrated into the C-shaped seating here. If you want, what you can easily do is push a button, and this table raises all the way up. So if you want to have it as a dining table, you can easily do that. And if you're wondering, well, this is too far to eat from, well, correct, because this table actually also slides closer towards the seating area, so it's comfortable for you to reach your dishes. Okay, look at this. So if you want to move them around, you can move them around. If you want to move them closer to here, you can do that. If you want, you can move them closer to... How thoughtful, huh? This is so cool. I've never seen anything like that. And obviously, if you want, you can do the same thing with the other side. So if you can have these 2 tables closer together. And what I like about it is, even if you have them set like this, and I like the fact that they are manual closures, so you can leave them locked into whatever place you want. And if there's a separation between the two, people can easily get out, whoever is sitting here. Otherwise, they would have to ask 8 other people just to go around. So this is a great way to access the dining area. Plus, obviously, you can put more chairs on the other side as well. All the way behind that is where you have now a sunbed. So this one is how large it is. Well, this is me, 6'1". I mean, if you can put maybe 8 people here, you still have plenty of space here. This is a tri-deck. So an 85-footer that is a tri-deck. So let's go check out what's above us. Heading up from the staircase now. Very nice angle, so it doesn't feel like you're climbing an Everest, and all the caulking work. You have a handrail on the left-hand side, so it feels safe to come up. Also, once you are upstairs, you may be wondering, well, yeah, but I don't like this because it's too open, my kids may fall in. That's right, look at this. So you can just slide this out. Voila, now you have an enclosure so the kids won't fall anywhere. Also, you have speakers on both sides, so it's an easy way to listen to your favorite tunes. Once you get up, all the way forward is where you have your galley area or your summer kitchen with a barbecue. So this is your second barbecue now. So if you want to just enjoy the views, maybe you don't want to be downstairs, you can easily use this just for that. Right below that is where you have more storage. I mean, this is so large, you can fit a half-size human there. And of course, a fridge here for all your cold drinks, etc. By the way, this is so deep that if you want to put maybe a wine bottle standing up, you can do that. Countertop right at the top, and lounge area. So you have a couple of lounge areas. You have 2 L-shaped seating areas, one facing forward, so next to the captain, and the other one right behind the captain, whichever way you like your setup to be. So also, if you are now sitting next to the captain, you have an additional Garmin monitor. I like how they have done this. Very Star Wars like spaceship type of helm station here. One facing towards the guest, so if they want to maybe put it now and show you the chart to see where you're going or what speed you're doing. By the way, this one goes 25 knots. It's powered by twin IPS 1350 engines, and as you can see. So anyhow, ample amount of space, steering wheel here. You know, they should be so proud of their brand. We'll get rid of the Volvo Penta here. I would put here St. Barth. By the way, a side power bow thruster, joystick control right next to. Also, this one has, I think they have a yacht controller or the dockmate. So the owner was literally anchoring by himself as we were coming in. He had it on his neck, and he can just control the whole boat using the joystick control, basically wirelessly. Putting the anchor down, and you will see the anchor. We'll put some B-roll here. The anchor itself is not for an 85-footer. Anchor is for a 100-footer. We have seen 100-foot boats with this size anchor. By the way, we've been anchoring here for a couple hours now. This thing hasn't moved an inch. Stabilizer, so you have fins on both sides, so it keeps you stable. I mean, this feels very rock steady here as we are lounging. So this helm seat, you see how large it is. So let's say that, you know, you have some couple extra pounds, you can use it just for yourself. Or if you're a skinnier captain, then or skinnier owner, then you can have your loved one sit right next to you, or teach your kids how to drive a boat, because, you know, the kids are the future of the boating industry. Now you have a large sunbed, and what I like about it is you have a glass that raises up, I want to say about 50 centimeter high glass, and there's no metal bar, so it feels very open. You still feel close to the water, even though you're on the flybridge. On the flybridge itself, by the way, they made a custom 360 camera here, which pivots around so they can look any angle they want. You have a searchlight, obviously, Starlink right in the dead center, and domes. I don't know if there's anything inside, but they've just added those here. Antennas, obviously, for your VHF controls and your open ray radar. Now, talking about the sunbed, a couple of things I want to mention. Number one, they're enormous. Second thing is you have these large pillows. Not just pillows, they have this nice memory foam inside, so it doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel too soft. It feels just perfect. The only thing not perfect here is me wearing a suit while I should be wearing maybe some shorts and some sunbathing clothes, but otherwise, this is the perfect setup. By the way, if you're thinking now that, oh wow, this hardtop, you know what, before I talk about that, there's also speakers integrated right into the hardtop, this kind of like the wing. So while you're lounging here, the music comes towards you. Now, let's say that you're going towards a bridge and this is maybe too high for you, and these are fixed bridges. Well, cool stuff is that this whole hardtop, this wing, folds down, so it gives you more clearance when you're going through some low bridges.
Looking at yachts on YachtWay? You can now apply for financing right from the listing page. It's called Easy Fund. No middlemen, no hassle. Just fast approvals with trusted lenders. Find your perfect yacht and finance it on YachtWay.com.
As we come down now, all the way from the aft deck, you arrive at your beach club inside. First off, everywhere you go on this boat is ample amount of headspace. Dutch are tall people, and you see I'm 186 and I have plenty of space above my head. First off, once you come down, you have this large staircase with a handrail on your right-hand side, L-shaped seating, so if you want to come tuck away, enjoy the views, you can most certainly do that. And what you can also do is, if you want to enjoy maybe a bar and you want to grab a drink, well, the good news is this boat very much has its very own bar, so if you want to serve your drinks yourself, you can do that. Also, what you have is this large champagne bucket. This is removable, so if you want to take it out and take it outside, you can do that. Otherwise, fill it up with ice, keep the champagne, keep the bubbly cold. And right behind here is where you have two fridges, so you can keep all your drinks cold. Also behind this is an additional storage, so you have your washer-dryer combo unit right behind this wall and ample amount of space to keep everything stored at. Not to mention a large sink here for the bartender or for yourself, and a raised area for people to enjoy the cocktails from. Now, I mentioned this owner is very hands-on. Obviously, it's his brand, so he wants to make sure that everything is perfect. And while you do have plenty of storage here to keep your nitty-gritty at, he chose to have a toolbox here. And look how neatly everything is organized. So everything is easily accessible. Obviously, if you were to build your very own St. Barth, you can configure this whichever way you want. Maybe you want to have shot glasses over here. You know, this is your option as well. Close this back up. A lot of counter space here, so if you want to use this for storing anything, you can do that. Your AC control, your power plugs, and also what this boat has, maybe you want to enjoy a TV while you're down here. You most certainly can do that because, number one, you have a Starlink, so you can watch your favorite TV shows. To make this place feel as bright as possible, you have large windows on both sides, and of course, if you do want to add additional privacy, you can put all these shades down, or you can open the levers. So lets some natural light in, but still gives you ample amount of privacy. Now, before we head towards the owner's cabin, you also have a day head here. So while you're in a beach club, you don't have to run upstairs. You have a small sink inside with like a marble sink, obviously toilet bowl, and a large marble column with LED lights right behind, and not to mention the same suede finish like you have in a ceiling right here. Now, right behind me is where the owner's cabin is. But what's amazing about it is not just the owner's cabin, but the way they've laid out this spot. Now, when you would to be waking up here as an owner, you would be enjoying the views out from your aft deck. And I tell you, what a place this is to wake up. You would to be waking up in the king-size bed, nice suede paneling all around it with curved angles once again, like I mentioned outside, so there's no sharp corners as you walk around. On the back, your headboard, nice textured finish, this kind of goldish inserts within, and also this bronze light fixtures on the bedside as well, with your reading lamps, leather stitching all around, and I like how this suede panel comes down and curves into a nightstand. Very nicely done, and also your toe kick is slightly further away so you wouldn't be hitting your toes against the bed as you go into it. LED lighting all around, so give you this nice glow. And also on the starboard side is where you have a makeup table / office table. First off, it's a swivel chair, and you would want to swivel around here because it's plush and comfortable. You have drawers on both sides, and also a vanity desk hidden inside with a mirror and with nice drawers or storage areas in between. Everything is leather finished, so it's very premium, everything you touch. Natural light that comes in from the windows on both sides. You have your power plugs and also your systems panel here, so if you want to turn on lights, etc., you can monitor it from the owner's cabin as well. Not to mention you have power plugs also next to your bed as well, so whatever you may want to charge, you can easily do that. So right behind your owner's bed now is where you have the head area, and this is quite unique because you can enter the shower right from the bed. So if you want to take a quick shower, boom, you step inside. You have one of the largest rain showers that I have seen, so you can do your thing here. You have also a nice cubby here so you can keep your shampoos, etc. stored away with your handheld shower right next to that. So whatever rinsing you may want to do, you can do that. And all the caulking work that you can see, you can instantly tell that this is a Dutch boat. Now from here, you can also walk towards the sink area now, or your toilet area. Now, in the dead center is where you have this very nice, unique art piece sink that reminds you and resembles an ocean bed with different levels on it. Dual faucets with a large mirror right in front of you, suede paneling right above you, and large enough drawers to keep everything stored away, just like this. Fantastic. More storage bins on both sides, so for his and hers you have separate closets, so you can nicely store everything as you wish. Your light controls, and not to mention the shades that come down the same way like they do at the living area. So if you want to just come here, maybe relax, enjoy the bed's view because it looks nice, then you can most certainly do that in this kind of couch. And behind this one is where you have actually systems room, the first one. So if you want to come in, make sure that everything is working, then underneath the staircase is where you have your power management systems, etc. So quick access for you as an owner, because like I said, this is an owner-operator boat. So everything is very easily accessible. Not to mention, so if you want to live on this boat, because it's so perfect that you want to easily, you could be on this boat for 2-3 months for the whole summer and enjoy the meds and keep all the suitcases right underneath the staircase. Now it's time to go check out the main deck. So as we arrive now on the main deck, first off, you're greeted with a large open galley / kitchen proper for an owner. You have a kitchen island right in the dead center, 4 Vitry-Frigo fridge drawers. These are deep enough so if you want to keep your wine bottle standing up once you open it, you can easily do that. Your cooktop here, next to that is a teppanyaki pan, so you can make a proper teppanyaki dinner. If you want to maybe do an apple pie or a pizza, you have an oven right next to that. And next to the oven is where you have a compressing trash bin. So if you want to compress everything, keep everything trash minimal, you can easily do that. On the other side now, facing to the port side, you have a large prep area here with a sink and a commercial dishwasher. So once you turn this on, within 3 minutes, the dishes are washed, dry, and ready to go for the next serving. This is absolutely perfect, and I wish more boats would do that because usually a dishwasher takes over an hour. And to store all your cutlery, you have nice cutouts just for that. Open feeling everywhere because you have these large windows on both sides. Again, if you do want to add extra privacy, you can easily put the shades down. This slightly curved dining area here with an ability to entertain easily 8 to 10 people. Remember, this is an 85-foot boat, ample amount of space above my head, and you also have these electric windows, so if you do want to close them all the way up, you can easily do that. And the same way, they're nicely curved. But this whole thing lets in so much natural light, so much fresh air that you would want to stay here for an extended period of time. If you do want to maybe change your setting here and enjoy a different view, you have an additional C-shaped seating. Sit right next to the captain, great views out, large windshield. Now, once you are at anchor and maybe you want to grab a nice bottle of wine, you have a Liebe wine fridge here, so you just tap on it, it presents itself, and you open this up. Shelves inside. This is a dual zone as well, so if you want to have your whites up, reds down, you can easily do that. Close this, and now it does its thing, it closes up. This, again, nice prep area, and on the prep area is where you have an iPad, so if you want to control any of the light systems, etc., you can easily do that. Plus, they even made this nice wood box to match the counter right below it, and behind it is if you want to plug in your phone, your chargers, etc., you have USB-A and USB-C chargers. Suede all the way in the ceiling, and also, not to mention, you have speakers integrated into the ceiling. Helm seat. You're featured with a 3 Garmin large monitors, 22-inch, I want to say. Same thing, obviously, you can configure this whichever way you like. Like I mentioned, this one is powered by twin IPS 1350 engines with a joystick control, also a skyhook. So if you want to make sure that you maybe want to use it in close quarters for docking, you can easily do that. Now, not just can you adjust the height of the seats. Let's say you want to lean against them. You can just lift up this part, and now, voila, you can easily lean against. Great view out if you do not want to sit. Now, also, if you do want to get out from the helm station towards the bow or towards the aft, you have a side boarding door for the captain, so it makes it, once again, very easy for an owner's operator. Now, heading down from the main deck now towards the guest cabins, which are separated from the owner's cabin, you have this large staircase. LED lighting right underneath it gives you this very nice floating feeling, and also this chrome piece right in the dead center, so it gives you an even extended feeling as you come down. Once you have stepped downstairs, a curved walls everywhere, so you don't feel like you're bouncing into anything, and gives this very nice infinite look towards the cabins. You have 4 cabins here, which you can use in quite a few different ways. Well, starting with the first one, all the way aft towards your port side now, you have this slightly larger than full size, I want to say, closer to queen at the top, and then maybe a full size towards the bottom because it tapers down as you come in. Same finishes like you saw in the owner's cabin. Textured wall on the texture paneling on the doors with a mirror right forward from you, with a nice cabinet right below it, or storage area. So if you want to keep any nitty-gritty stored away, you can do that. Same bronze light fixtures on the side with suede finish, and this curves same way into a proper nightstand. Your reading lights and your natural light that comes in from the windows as well. Once you step inside, you have a large mirror all the way forward. Same thing, very nice sink itself, faucet right above it, a walk-in shower with the same rain shower, just like you saw in the owner's cabin. Plenty space here, with also some shelving units here, so you can keep your shampoos from falling. And if you want to give yourself more privacy, you can easily put the shades down. As we're heading out now, I do want to point out that you have a hanging closet right here, and look at the work that they have done on the door. Nicely curved, opens up, keep all your hanging clothes stored away, and of course even more storage right in front of that. Stepping out from the first guest cabin port side now, you have the same exact room also on the starboard. We'll put some B-roll over here to show you exactly how it looks like. All the way forward towards the bow now, on the port side, you have your third guest cabin now. This one is tucked nicely towards the corner. The bed feels and looks larger than the one that we saw that was towards the aft. More cabinet space right next to that, and you also have a hanging space for your clothes. Not to mention, look at the way how they have done the light switch control on it. So it's integrated into a door itself. Huh? I have not seen this. This is very cool. Suede paneling right in the ceiling, AC control, and of course the same light fixtures like you saw also in the owners and other guest cabins. Walk into the shower, same thing. You have a walk-in rain shower, just like this. Voila. You step inside, plenty of space above your head, large shower area. Stepping from the port side to the starboard side guest cabin now. Once you walk in, you have storage area on your right hand side, even more storage area on your left hand side, with a twin bed on it, with a reading light as well, and not to mention a nice large windows on the sides as well. So if you do want to let in natural light, you can do that. And now you may be wondering, well, but one bed for crew is not enough because it's an 85-footer, because you're not maybe running it yourself. Well, you have 2 more beds. Look at this. This crew cabin just keeps on going. And if you want to make sure that the crew is not maybe coming in from the guest area, then they have their own entrance right above next to the jacuzzi area now. You have additional 2 bunk beds right towards the bow as well. More storage cabinets here with a monitor to control the boat systems, also your AC control, and they have their very own dry head, with finished exactly the same way like you saw in the guest cabins, with a very tall rain shower as well. And we're done looking at the cabin area. It's time to go check out the engine room. But before we do, one more thing about the cabins and the boat inside itself. Aluminum is hard to make quiet from inside because of the echoing that the metal reflects while you are on the go or while you're in the anchor because of the systems that are running, etc. So what they have done is the entire interior of the boat is built on rubber mounts, which absorb any of the vibration from either from the water, from the engines, from the generator, etc., making this extremely quiet for passengers and for the owners to be on. And also this goes to show one of the reasons why the owner wanted to build his very perfect brand and his perfect yacht. By the way, talking about perfect yacht, if you're looking to find your perfect yacht, then visit YachtWay.com. It is the most modern yacht listing platform in the entire world, where you can also find, obviously, St. Barth. So now, let's go check out the engine room. To access the engine room, you have two latches all the way aft. And what's great about this engine room is, we take the steps down, the engines themselves are all the way aft. They're furthest away from the owner's cabin, which obviously adds to the fact that it's super quiet inside, which I mentioned to you just moments ago. But once you're down here, everything is finished like a super yacht. These are the IPS 1350s that I told you. All the systems, easy access to absolutely everything. Your pumps, etc. Obviously your power management systems, also your hoses for your fresh water. If you need to access that, you can easily do that. Freshwater makers, everything is here. Not to mention also your generator access. This boat has two generators. So you have one for the nighttime northern lights for the main generator. And underneath the big platform now in the back is where you have a tray for your tender. So this is now, once you have both of these latches open, so you can easily access both engines very easily, walk around both of them, and the generator, the northern lights now, is on your starboard side. Talking about the generator, this is a 16 kilowatt generator here, but the boat doesn't draw at maximum power more than, I believe it was 9 kilowatts, which means it's an absolute overkill for that boat. But like you see with everything on it, everything is an overkill. Now to access your tender garage, you have an additional lead all the way in the back, and this whole thing actually lifts up now on a 45 to 55 degree angle, and you can use the crane that is stored inside and lift out your tender and then head to your perfect swimming spot. This was a full, thorough walkthrough of the St. Barth 85. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button. If you want to see more videos just like this, then hit the subscribe button down below. And as always, if you're looking to buy your perfect yacht, then visit YachtWay.com. It is the most modern yacht listing platform in the entire world, where you can browse boats, including this one, in full 3D, like it would be normal in 2025. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!